Coventry. Out go Ray Wilkins, Ashley Grimes and Scott McGarvey, who drops to substitute. But no changes in defence, because prior to that Coventry game, United had kept 6 successive clean sheets and still have the best defensive record in Division 1. Aston Villa, like United, took only 1 point out of 6 over Christmas. The Tokyo trip seemed to signal a slump in their form, and it's since cost goalkeeper Jimmy Rimmer and England forward Tony Morley their places. Mark Walters and Nigel Spink have been given their chance. Spink, who came on for Rimmer early in that European Cup final against Bayern Munich, will need to be on form again today if Villa are to end a run of over 28 years without a league win here at Old Trafford. Referee this afternoon is George Tyson from Sunderland. So 2 famous clubs, each worried about their recent form. Aston Villa wearing white shirts today, playing from right to left. And already an offside. Usual combination of Peter Withe and Gary Shaw playing forward for Aston Villa. Oh, a mistake by Evans, covered by Gibson. But he was over-ambitious. Moses got a foot in. This is Moran. And the deflection comes off Ken McNaught for the corner. Arnold Moran who had the shot. And the United line-up here is McQueen going onto the line. Whiteside standing just off the line, and Stapleton in the 6-yard box. McQueen up for the flick on, and Whiteside had pulled away initially, and as he drove the ball back there was a deflection, although it'll be a throw-in on this side of the field. Moses. Nicely back to him by Robson. That's Moses' cross. McQueen is still well forward here. Oh, and a bad one by Mortimer, straight to Arnold Moran. The flick inside, Spink comes with Bremner, and Stapleton drives and over. Well, a mix-up there in the Aston Villa defence. Nigel Spink came for the ball. Bremner was in there, defenders perhaps and goalkeeper not at one, and as it bounced for Stapleton, he couldn't direct his shot underneath the crossbar. So a let-off really there for Spink and Aston Villa. And Aston Villa trying to find a foothold in the match. Cowans, though, looking for Bremner. Overreaches. Whiteside, and here's Stapleton. And a deflection, and it might run for Whiteside again. Spink saved it, Stapleton couldn't get there, McNaught could. Ball didn't run kindly there for United. Whiteside looked as though he might jab it in. Stapleton had a chance as well as Spink had come out. Didn't fall for them. It'll be a corner. And Stapleton up with Spink this time. It's been fisted back to Steve Coppell and headed out by Bremner, only as far as Moran. Coppell again. Teases Gibson. In it goes, and Moran and McQueen are up together, and there's a chance, and Robson wouldn't go in. Stapleton and Spink. How did he survive there? Ask one of the men on the ground, don't ask me. Amazing. United finding that the ball just won't go in the net, but they must have had 3 or 4 strikes there in a matter of a couple of seconds, and the ball still finished in the arms of the Aston Villa goalkeeper. A bit awkward, that jump by Withe was impeded, it seemed, by that of McQueen, but play goes on. Augustin, Robson, good triangle there involving Moran as well. Augustin will now continue his run. Well, Manchester United now well into their 4th match without scoring, and the longer it goes on, I suppose, the greater the danger that their confidence is affected. Trying to put put an end to the sequence here is Orbiston. Well, he may have helped to do so. He's forced a corner off Gary Williams. Moran with Withe, Muren back in, a touch, and a chance for Robson, and turned in! Frank Stapleton was there inside the 6-yard box to finish it off from Brian Robson's earlier effort, and the barren run has ended. Well, 3 matches without a goal, plus 30 minutes here. I think that must make, what, 300 minutes? And at last, Manchester United are back on target. The corner played across. Robson had the first strike. Stapleton was lurking in the 6-yard box, and that's 1-0. And relief spreads round Old Trafford, because it had seemed that the ball would never go in. Williams. Oh, McQueen has stumbled. Shaw with a chance. Fell. Appeals for a penalty. Yes. Given. The first mistake was by McQueen. Gary Shaw had a chance. He appeared to be tripped, and referee George Tyson had no doubt at all and pointed to the spot. Gordon Cowans, 5 penalties already converted this season. And he scores with some comfort, so it's 2 goals here in a minute. Altogether now, Cowans has scored 8 for Aston Villa, 6 penalties, and that one he just tucked quietly to one side of Gary Bailey, who had no chance. So within a minute of taking the lead, Manchester United are back where they started. Stapleton, Whiteside. Well, it certainly brought the match to life, that little spell. Muren. Stapleton started his run. Oh, it's a lovely touch back, but nobody able to take advantage. Nevertheless, the applause for the mobility of Frank Stapleton. We've got just under 3 minutes left in the first half. This is Robson. Orbiston. Moses. It's Robson again. There's a little deflection on that, and Spink is going to try and save it and can't. So a corner to United. Gordon Cowans on the line. Oh, and Spink in a bit of trouble here, but Gibson's header, what a good clearance by Walters, driven back in, and a chance again. Gibson out once more. What excitement we've had in that penalty area, and Aston Villa living once more on their nerves rather, but again, in fairness to them, they've got bodies there to get the ball away. Time being added on now for stoppages at the end of the first half. It's Gary Shaw pulling it back. And Moses with time to turn on that and look for Whiteside. Good touch, Koppel. Stapleton starts a run on the left. That will not find him. And if goalmouth incident is the name of the game, Then Manchester United provided plenty of entertainment in the first half. Frank Stapleton scoring, although there were many other near misses. But within a minute of that, Aston Villa equalised when Gordon Cowans scored from the penalty spot. So at half-time at Old Trafford, it's 1 each. Well, the Stretford end booed the penalty decision, but they probably had the best view of anybody. We can see it from behind the goal, and Kevin Moran perhaps not intending to catch Gary Shaw like that, so maybe it was a little harsh, but Shaw certainly went down, and George Tyson, for one, had no doubts at all. That penalty was only the 5th goal that United have let in here in the league this season, and only the 7th that Villa have scored away from home in the First Division. Indeed, it's only once in the last 16 months that United have let in more than 1 goal in a match here at Old Trafford, and their neighbours City put 2 past them earlier this season. It's the other end where most of their problems have been, and trying to put them right here on the near post is Whiteside with the flick on. Spink coming out. This is Bremner. That's a good-looking ball. Mortimer made the forward run, and the ball carried. Fortunately for Gary Bailey, it was a very good ball by Des Bremner. Mortimer got behind the defence. Bailey came out, didn't make contact with man or ball, and a goal kick. Moran into Whiteside. Now then, that's been given right on the edge of the area. Whiteside fouled. So Manchester United's turn to perhaps do something from a set play. Arnold Muren useful with the left foot, as we all know from here, but so too is Brian Robson in their different ways. And that was Muren, and he's hit the post, and this is Moran. And he pulled it back in, and they're all up for that, and away by Bremner. Typical Arnold Muren effort. Firm and accurate, clipped against the post. And up goes Moran. Oh, and Spink did well against the feet of Steve Coppell initially. From Moran's header. Here's Cowans. Moses. Coppell away from Cowans. Can he beat Gibson? That's Duxbury. McNaught with Whiteside, hooked away by Cowans. Shaw having to defend. Robson. And again, Aston Villa pressed right back. And United will settle for the corner. Or McQueen's there again, and so is Moses! Off the line, Moses! Appeals for handball. They chased the referee for a possible penalty, didn't get one. Gordon Cowans, I think it was, on the line from Moses first, but what a good save that was, and Moses went in again. Then there was appeal for hands. Now it's Muren, Whiteside. Is there a chance here? And McNaught gets the ball out. Well, it's like an assault course, really, in that Aston Villa penalty area. It has been most of the game, and look at that, they're slicing it now in their anxiety, and it goes from McQueen. Coppell! Well, Spink says cool down, but it's been fairly hectic in there, to say the least. What a clearance off the line, and Moses doubly denied. Cowans away from Moses. And Shaw. And Withe couldn't reach it. In fact, Withe complained about the quality of the cross. And the attendance has just been announced on the electronic scoreboard here at Old Trafford. 41,545, a fine gate when you bear in mind that United were at home last Monday, they're at home this coming Monday, and at home again in the FA Cup next Saturday. Whiteside, oh, what a good turn. Oh, he left him in his wake there, Stapleton. And can Coppell drive one? What a goal! What a goal by Steve Coppell. And two of the players who've taken a certain amount of criticism for Manchester United's lack of goals play a part in that one. Norman Whiteside leaving McNaught sprawling, got away. That caused the opening, but when Coppell ran onto that, what a finish. And so Manchester United take the lead for the second time in the match, and now it's a question of whether they can keep their nerve and not get caught on the rebound as they were in the first half. Superb approach play by Whiteside, and for Coppell, only his 5th goal of the season, but surely his best. And that's Stapleton onto Coppell. Wide on this side is Moran if the ball can be worked over. Augustin. And Stapleton touched it on for Brian Robson, right foot, Moses, Whiteside, he's missed it. And Manchester United look again at an opportunity and must say they should have scored. Initially I think Brian Robson should have taken the responsibility with his right foot, but he checked, perhaps preferring to try and get it onto the left, and when it ran loose to Whiteside, he put it wide. To maintain their interest in the Championship, Manchester United and their supporters well aware that this game has got to be won. Another slip at home won't do, so while it remains 2-1, they've got to be careful, and Walters has got to be careful as well, because he's annoyed the referee in that last incident. And gets a word. And Stapleton got there, oh, it's in! Well, Ken McNaught won't be too happy about that. The free kick was fairly orthodox, and you wouldn't have thought Stapleton would have got a header into the back of the net from that position. But McNaught didn't stop him, and neither could Spink stop the ball. So 3-1 looks a lot more healthy, and it does reflect rather more fairly the way this match has gone. Stapleton congratulated by Brian Robson, and his overall display this afternoon deserving of some good fortune now in front of goal. Cowans. Well, it was 4-1 last year here to United against Aston Villa. But for the moment, it's Villa back on the attack. Why do I say back? I don't know. They haven't been there too often. Backheeled for Cowans to chip one, and McNaught is coming in, and the header past his own goal was, would you believe, by Stapleton, who just goes to show what an all-round player he is. Played out wider for Mortimer to come in here, and Bremner. driven by Duxbury, hoping to find Coppell. Duxbury. So United at last find the goal touch, and in particular Frank Stapleton, part of a very impressive front three this afternoon for them. Norman Whiteside having a good match, especially bearing in mind rumours about players United might sign for his position. And Steve Coppell, who tells me he's feeling fitter than for some time, he's now back in full training, or some training anyway. He scored a beauty. United then ending their lean spell, but Aston Villa now have taken only 1 point out of the last possible 15.